Welcome to the Ascend Tournament Series mainstream, everyone. Hopefully you're doing well. Good evening, and welcome to the extension of Week 2. So this will be the extension as well. As, again, we had our Week 2 matches initially last week, but because this week is the week of the Major, again, it'll be exciting, I'm sure, nonetheless, we had a pretty good match this evening. Our one and only match, because, again, there aren't that many matches being pushed into this second week of Week 2. It is... Ooh, that's the wrong one. It is the Wyfflepuffs and Optimal Sakura. So again, exciting to say the very least as well. I'm excited for this matchup. Wyfflepuffs and Optimal Sakura. I think it's going to be fun here. Wyfflepuffs were here last season in the Ascension Cup. And a very similar roster, too. I think all these players are actually returning from last season. Because, yeah, they were here last season. It was Swanee, Sumabro, Kit, and Gamer. Opossum was actually not on this team. He was on a different... If he was on Catalyst Cup team? Yeah, he was on Wyffology last season in the Catalyst Cup. A team that did not do very well in their match. In fact, a team that went... Actually, no, they did pretty well. They did 3-4. A pretty good record for, again, a player who himself is Ascension Cup level this season. He's actually... It's weird. You don't generally see players move down a division, but Opossum has done just that. As, again, I'm excited to see how this will go. But again, they were here last season in the Ascension Cup. Wyfflepuffs did go 1-5 in their matches. Lost in a 4-0 sweep to the EA roster. I think it was actually by a forfeit in the quarterfinals. So this season trying to do a lot better than they did last season. We'll see how things go as Optimal Sakura on the other side. But the Optimal Esports org that were here last season, but didn't actually have any teams in Ascension. So this is the seeing this Ascension Cup team from Optimal. As let's get this match going here. These players are ready to get things going. Again, on Optimal. On the other side, Optimal Sakura with Diva, Ray, and Blaze. This match going. These players are in and they're ready for this best of 5 as Optimal Sakura and the Wyfflepuffs take on in the Ascension Cup. Wyfflepuffs have House Wyvernor, Optimal Sakura, Optimal Esports. And a best of 5 matchup here for Week 2. Week 2 was last week. These teams couldn't play last week, but they are able to play this week. Optimal Sakura did lose their first week 0-1. Wyfflepuffs actually haven't played yet this season. They got a bye in Week 1, and they're not off to a good start here against Optimal Sakura, as that's going to go right off the back wall and in for the net for Diva. So the first goal in for Diva. For the Wyfflepuffs, hopeful that this season will be better than their last one. They're not a low-seeded team as they were last season, but Optimal Sakura are the highest-seeded team in this division. Now, they did lose last week to Great Raid in a 3-0 sweep. It was not a very pretty matchup, apparently. Great Raid, one of the front-runners this season after the first 2 weeks of action, along with Lunar Echo. But again, for Optimal, again, being a high-seeded team, trying to make things happen, trying to, use that rank advantage they have over a lot of their opponents to their advantage here. Again, they're the highest-ranked team by average. That's going to be something that they have to utilize well here. As Blaze will pass things back for Ray, but it won't go very far. Diva clear it out, and Opossum, who didn't jump there, will now need to go back. A Sumo Bro on that block, and the Wyfflepuffs still sitting back quite far, but Optimal leaving a lot of room in the middle of that field. If the Wyfflepuffs start winning a couple of those challenges in the midfield, they're going to have a lot of plays to work with, but now they've just overcommit. That net is open in front. Blaze will take it. It's off the bar, and it's in the back of the net. Blaze will take goal 2 for Optimal. Both these teams seem to have a bit of an issue of overcommitting. It's definitely something that you don't want to have continue in a match like this, and especially in this division where overcommits are so easily countered. So far, a bit of an issue with both these teams on overcommitting, but a long match. It's a good long best of 5, and for Wyfflepuffs, themselves have been waiting a good couple weeks for this first match. Again, their Week 1 match being a bye week, so no matches played. Very interesting to see how this Wyfflepuffs team plays with, again, Opossum moving down. But again, Swaney and Sumer Bro were both on the Wyfflepuffs team last season. Again, a team that literally was 6th in the rankings and lost in the quarterfinals to the eventual 2nd place team in ES. So a lot, I think, resting on the hopes that for Optimal Sakura to, for the Wyfflepuffs to find some more success this season. Here goes Opossum again, on the dribble, has a chance to score, will keep things up in the air, gets that dunk as well. It will be a goal for Opossum. He plays it very well, keeps that ball closed, doesn't let Blaze really get a chance to win that challenge cleanly. And although the dribble was pretty simple, it was not very well controlled. It doesn't really matter when that goes to the net. Control isn't the question, it's about being able to put power on that play. They did just that, as that almost went in for Optimal off the kickoff. As in goes Dira. Blaze can't put it on. And Optimal will watch as this ball is cleared all the way back. Try again. Diva. Money. The play for Diva as it's in front of the net. In goes the play from Blaze, but Optimal again leaving a lot of room in the midfield for the Wyfflepuffs to take, and it's one thing you're going to see a lot more of at this level, at this Champ 1 to Champ 3 level, that most of these players are, well, I should say, this division's 1450 below, so these players, actually, the highest rank is GC1. I know we have players in this division who are as low as Diamond 3. I can't say a consistent issue getting into low GC1 is that there's a lot of space in between the midfield and the defense, and to see a lot more room given to these players, because players generally are slow at reacting, generally need more room to make a play happen. Not nearly as close, it's not nearly as intense, there's more room and more time given. Again, you see here, so much room given to Sumo Bro, but Diva's gonna challenge anyways, and now he looks to score. Opossum will be back, the demo on will get him one there as Diva takes out Swanee, and now over the back wall, here goes Diva, can't put it on, Ray can't shoot it. Blaze will wait back as a cross field pass will not connect. Opossum has an option, but it will be cleared away. As here goes Swanee. Blaze off the corner. Sumo Bro. Hey, again. Swanee up to the corner of the field as here goes Optimal. A chance on target will be kept away. Optimal Sakura doing well to hold this 1-goal lead, and now add to it as Blaze punches through for his team's 3rd. Yeah, he's just, again, catching Wyfflepuffs on an overcommit. Sumo Bro never challenged. Just bad decision-making from Sumo Bro. Bad positioning as well. And Blaze catches him. And Optimal Sakura, with a minute to go, lead by 2 in Game 1. Dreyes. Flip reset, can't get that one to go. As double commit for Optimal, that backfield's open. And Ray is racing back, but he will not beat Sumo Bro to this one. An unforced error will leave the net wide open. And the Wyfflepuffs, while they might be a more defensive team, they're not missing those chances. Optimal Sakura with Dira. Ooh, Swanee's missed this one. A chance to score. It's still in front of the net. Sumo Bro's been bumped out, but no one there to shoot there. Optimal Sakura took their sweet time. But the less than a minute to go. That could have been the goal to end things here. To seal Game 1 for, again, one of the higher ranked teams in our tournament. In our Ascension Cup, I should say. 30 seconds to go. The Wyfflepuffs will wait as Ray clear back by Sumo Bro. Blaze doesn't get this one. Chance for Sumo Bro to leave it in front. Great job from Dira, who has not been too shy of going up in the air. And that willingness to just jump in the air for things, get after plays, definitely allowing this Optimal team to win a lot more challenges than they would ordinarily without them, as this is going to stay up for a little bit longer, but Optimal Sakura will take Game 1 by a 3-2 scoreline. And well, that's their first game win of the season as well. They, again, got swept in Week 1 by Great Raid. So at least for them, they'll be happy enough with this start. Although I'm sure for Optimal, they'll want more. But the shots themselves, 14-4. pretty confident from Optimal. They didn't look great on defense. They had some issues with overcommits, but the Wyfflepuffs had those same issues, and it was a lot worse for them. They just didn't challenge as often. So I definitely worry about those overcommits for both these teams. As we'll move into game 2 momentarily, seems like the lobby's having some issues. Oh, we'll see. Hopefully they're still live and still here. We'll see if they are. It seems like the lobby may have broke on us. Yeah, it seems like we had a lobby issue, so real quick, let me make sure that this gets set up and ready to go for game 2. But again, for Optimal Sakura, 1 game closer to winning their first series of the season. A 1-1 record after 2 weeks is not bad. Here for Optimal. I mean, it's not what they want, but Great Raid has proven already that they are definitely going to be one of the top contenders this season to win the whole thing. We're moving to game 2. We'll see how they do here as well. But for Optimal Sakura, get part of the Optimal Esports organization that had, I think, 2 teams here last season. None of them were in the Ascension Cup. They had one in Apex, and they had one in, I believe it was Phoenix. This season, I think this is the only team from Optimal this season. I believe their other 2 teams did disband, so... fortunately... I think everybody's back in here. Yeah. As we get everybody back in the lobby here for game 2. And sorry about that. Obviously a slight little technical issue here, but seems like it's all fixed up and all ready to go. So let's go into game 2 here. Optimal Sakura again, a 1-goal difference in game 1, but the shooting definitely helps them out here, although that is a great start for Possum. The Wyfflepuffs, who, again, have not played yet this season, had a bye in week 1, trying to get out to what would be the best start in the season they could have here in week 2. A 7-week season, you gotta play good. You gotta play against everybody in this division. There's not that many teams to begin with, so you gotta play against everyone. Sure, the Wyfflepuffs take that seriously. Oh, but he missed it! It's gonna be an open net for Ray. I mean, he'll take it. That's right in front of the net for him. But that is... Oh, Swanee backflipped. No wonder he can't get to it. A backflip on the goal line. And he's just not gonna read that bounce. Optimal Sakura going to the back wall, and that's a tough place to read for a lot of players of this rank level. Even in Catalyst, it's usually pretty tough. So it's a consistent method to beating players at this level. Is just attacking that back wall and seeing if players are able to make the touch or not. As here goes a Possum! That's off the bar! My goodness, Diva didn't have that one. And Diva will clear it away. Oh, it was a miss from Sumo Bro. And Optimal Sakura will try to get on the end of this one. It's just a lot of heavy clears. But eventually Optimal will win this as Wyfflepuffs on a lower boost total will not be able to push out nearly as high as they want to. Here's Ray. Diva. Ooh, is not going to get to that in time. Plays midfield. That's an awkward touch. It's Swanee who had it flipped over the crossbar. Optimal will look to see this one away as Ray. Blaze. Stopped by Swanee. As here goes Ray again. Flip reset. Back wall. No second. It's just gonna be over the net though. And now it's all the way back. Sumo Bro, a chance to score. It's Blaze. Sumo Bro clears it back. Ray now. Swanee. This one being left in the midfield. Still a tie game as both teams just choosing to wait. No one wanting to be the one to overcommit and make that mistake again. Oh, as it's going to be Sumo Bro with the play. Still Sumo Bro to get one past Ray, but Blaze will jump in. That's an open net, though. Oh, and the shot got high. Swanny had an open net. Oh, you don't ask for much better than that if you're Swanny. Big chance gone. And this game stays even. Somehow it stays even. That should be a 2-1 lead for House Wyffendor here. As Ray will keep the play going. Swanny finds a possum. Ace, offside wall. Well, Possum's going to have a chance here as this will go to the back corner. Optimal Sakura with it as Blaze again. Up to Ray. That's one on target. Saved by Sumeru as a Possum again. Light touch will be for Diva. And here's a chance to go up in front for Blaze. No shot there. Ray jumps in. That will hit the front post and go out. Chances on both sides here that have gone asking. And the play just isn't there for them as Sumeru. A Possum. Is this one in? It is! The lead goes to House Wyffendor. And boy, these teams have really been asking for goals for a lot of this game. Chances that have been wasted, chances that have gone wide. Wyfflepuffs again struggled last season to get matches this season, hoping it's not the same as in front of the net. Blaze will put it in. And it's even again here. Didn't take too long for another goal to be scored. Game this close. Somebody has got to be that deadlock player. Someone to break the deadlock to be the difference maker. It's too back and forth. I think if you're either of these teams, you're not going to be comfortable knowing how close these games are. Especially if you're optimal, because in Game 1 itself wasn't close. You had control, though. You had shots. Game 2 has been much closer between the two teams in terms of opportunities to score. No matter what, if you're either of these teams, you feel like you've kind of gotten away with a bit here in this game. Again, the question is, who's going to step up and be the difference is 20. He'll be across the field. As it will be Diva, Optimal, waiting on the play. Oh yeah, chat, you guys are saying I'm pronouncing, is it Dyra? Really? I just noticed that. Is it really pronounced Dyra? I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I feel so bad. Because I've casted another player named, with that exact same name, I'm not joking, and they go by Diva. Really? It's Dyra. Perfect. Well, at least I now know. I now know a Diva and a Diva who both have their names spelled the exact same way. At least that's helpful. Or it's the same person and he just never corrected me when I first casted him. As this ball will go all the way back. Don't tell. But quick question, guys: is this the Diver that played on Phantom Gaming in the past, or Phantom Esports in the past? Because if it is, I called them Diva and they never had an issue with it. Or is it a different person with the same spelling? It might be just a different person. Let me know if it is the same person or not. Because if it totally is, I feel so bad because I've seen them before. I thought that name was recognizable. Anyways, it's Dyra. Thank you, chat. Speaking of, there goes Dyra with the bump play to start things off. Different person. Yeah, okay, I just know two different people, the same names that's names that are spelled the exact same, but different pronunciations then. As here goes Ray, chance to go in front of the net. Sumeru was gonna have a tough time here as Swanee's gonna tough touch to make. 30 seconds in overtime already as this is game 2. Optimal Sakura gonna go for another 3-2 scoreline. This game's been a lot closer though between both these teams. As Swanee's gonna go again. Up the back wall will be for Blaze. A Possum catches it. Set up for Swanee, but Optimal Sakura just waiting on defense here, not taking any risks. They have the boost. I think they're just waiting for one big push out, and well, maybe this is it here. As first touch straight to Dyra. Ray a bit over committed there. Will eventually get back to it. As slowly does it, they'll get out of defense eventually. As it's Blaze again. Ooh, Swanee's got no boost here. Blaze has got room. The chance to score. He's been demoed out of the way. Huge play for Opossum. And the Wyfflepuffs wait back as here goes Ray. Chance to score. Stopped by Swanee. Blaze won't go as Sumo Bro. Too clear. Ira will hold on to this one as Optimal looking for some offense, and this might be it! Swanee's up too high! And Daira will take game 2! Optimal Sakura now lead the series 2-0. And in a division that's already seen a bunch of sweeps so far, Optimal Sakura may add another. Two games now for Optimal Sakura, one of the highest seeded, I think number 1 seed in this division by rank, or average rank. Really making that rank useful here in a match that's actually been quite close. Just is that Optimal is willing to be a little bit more aggressive when Wyfflepuffs. Generally, when under pressure, Wyfflepuffs play more defensive. Aggression usually wins that battle, especially in these in Ascension Cup in these lower ranked divisions. So for Optimal Sakura and Daira, a chance to win the series here, and move the record to 1-1. As we might be having some technical issues. We are! We're having a technical issue. We're gonna get a lobby reset here. So, we're gonna get a lobby reset, get this match underway again. Seems like maybe somebody disconnected. Okay, as we'll reset for game 3 here. There we go. We'll get everybody back in here for game 3. We'll continue on this series for this matchup, but I know for Wyfflepuffs and Optimal Sakura trying to, compete at the top here, there's right now 2 teams clear at the top of the division, being Lunar Echo and Great Raid. Lunar Echo actually was a team that was here last season as well, although their run, I believe, ended in the quarterfinals, in the first round, in the top 6 as well, as did Wyfflepuffs, so they've got some effort they gotta put in. As we'll get game 3 underway now. Get Optimal Sakura leading 2-0 in the series. So game 3 is here. And we'll see if Optimal can win the match in just 3 straight games. I mean, with how close these games have all been, I doubt that's going to be the case. Actually, but how close it is, it feels like Wyfflepuffs are just... They deserve to have a win at some point. And just like last game, they start off with a goal early up the kickoff here as a double commit from Optimal. Leaves the net pretty vulnerable in Super Bro, where the light lob just bounces in the back of the net. And an early goal for the Wyfflepuffs. Well, it almost didn't hold here. Here is Ray. It isn't going to hold. Well, that's a pretty quick response from Optimal. Right off the kickoff for them. Showing the Wyfflepuffs that they can do it too. As Ray will get the last touch that actually goes in the net there. Blaze's first effort just a little too high. But it won't matter. It's a goal for Optimal. A goal back for Optimal. Kickoff shenanigans to start off game 3. Optimal. I mean, it's been all 1-goal differences so far in all their wins, so can't exactly be feeling comfortable with how the series is going for them in overtime. Itself is pretty... You never feel comfortable coming off an overtime, even when you've won. Because you know it was just that close for your opponents to take it as well. And being as high-seeded as they are, they're expecting themselves to be pretty great in here. And, well, Daira's going to get a goal for them, take the lead. We're still in the first minute of this game, but that's an impressive touch from Daira, because that is not an easy angle to make, and slotted right to the right side of the net past Sumo Bro. And a good work here for Optimal Sakura. to, after going down early, to come back in this one very quickly. Like last game, it took them a little while to take lead. They didn't take it until the very end of that game. This game, they're not wasting too much time to get it. They got scored in the first couple of seconds. Took the lead right after, but here's Sumo Bro, who will score a wide open net. And it's, man, 4 goals already. Still a lot more to go here as Wyfflepuffs. To the back wall is Swanee, Dyra. They'll find the captain in Blaze as that ball will bounce off the back wall. Sumo Bro having a tough time reading this one. And it's going to be Ray on. Saved away by Swanee as Sumo Bro to clear. Dyra back the other way, can do things on their own, but without boost, they've got to get Blaze's help. That shot kept out by Opossum. It is still in front of the net, and here goes Blaze. Can't put it in. As off the back wall. Oh, it's going to go wide. As it's still the Wyfflepuffs who are really putting some punishment right on Optimal Sakura, but Optimal holding on. And now they'll go the other way as Dyra, 20, Wyfflepuffs, and Optimal really picked up the pace here in Game 3. And now it's wide open. Dyra, can they get back? They won't. It is a lead for the Wyfflepuffs. As Ray just completely misread that. That is not even close. A free shots, and Opossum will watch as that soars to the top left of the net. Out of reach for Dyra, out of reach for Optimal. As Ray trying to find another, that almost went in from the midfield as well. No one challenged him. As Optimal again really trying to use that aerial-based aggression to their advantage here. As Ray not going. Super Bro's gonna take this one happily. Blaze up to the sidewall. Dyra will go! That's gonna be in! It's a straight shot from Dyra! And Optimal Sakura continuing to play aggressive. Dyra specifically is gonna be a real pain for a lot of teams to contend with. And man, this is going to be a high-scoring battle, that's for certain, as here goes Ray, looking for a goal themselves. Well, 2 commit here for Optimal, Blaze and Dyra both in the same spot. As Ray. Opossum. Dyra, challenged by Swanee. Blaze will be on the end of this, as Wyfflepuffs still challenging. Room for Ray as I think first touch there will force out Sumo Bro to make that play. Now it's in the middle of the field. May have pulled out a couple defenders here from the Wyfflepuffs, but won't be enough to get those goals as Opossum clears. Sumo Bro. Dunked by Blaze. Here goes Swanee, who is looking in the midfield, but even the Wyfflepuffs on low boost here. Ray will have free range to do whatever they want right now to the back corner. As in comes Dyra. Opossum wins that. Blaze is waiting. Dyra watches as there's no move made by Opossum. Here goes Ray. That one on target. Swanee can't get there. And Optimal again. And I love this from Blaze. So selfless. Just goes right for Swanee. He knows that Ray's on right behind that play. And he also knows that's a play, but that scoring is going to be very tough. It's a tough angle to shoot on. So in that bump maybe will open up room. Will slow the defender. That back post is open. And Optimal Sakura with a great play to take a 4-3 lead now in Game 3. As Ray looking for another goal. Blaze almost put it in. It's still in front of the net. Here goes Dyra. But Opossum's there. Optimal still have the lead, but it's a shallow lead at best. Only 1 goal to their advantage. Dyra. Ray for 2. Stopped by Swanee. As that will bounce off the bar and be cleared into the middle of the field. Sumo Bro takes a chance. That could be a threatening chance, but Dyra's waiting for it. With 30 seconds to go, the Wyfflepuffs now need this goal more than ever. Sumo Bro with room. Diva cuts it out. Ray with a massive pinch. Swanee and Opossum both whiff. Diva to Ray just to keep the ball close. Optimal are chasing, but Wyfflepuffs still have a chance. It's Sumo Bro. Diva with the first challenge. Opossum with open room. Ray won't get this. It's Diva to clear. Sumo Bro to the back wall. Diva can't read this one. This ball hits the floor. No more chances. Optimal Sakura wins in a sweep. Another 1-goal difference. Another very close game, but Optimal. The shooting quantity helped them out a lot this series. So many more shots than the Wyfflepuffs counterparts. I give credit. They were able to get that job done, but man, they really had to fight for it. But 3 games straight, the Optimal Sakura will get their first win of the season. And with it being a sweep, our first time seeing the Ascension Cup, it's a very short outing, but this is proven to be the division of sweeps, that's for certain. We've had a lot of them so far this season. In fact, of all the week 1 and week 2 matches, only one of them has not been a sweep. Everything else has been sweeps, so we've been seeing a lot of sweeps so far this season, especially early on. As these teams start to get more time, get a little bit more comfortable with each other, I expect that we're going to see that change. Now, Optimal Sakura proving that they're still very good. They just, again, may have had a really tough first week matchup against Great Raid. But we'll get a little interview here with some players from the Optimal Sakura team. As joining us here is Blaze. Welcome in, Blaze. Optimal Sakura had a bit of... Optimal Sakura had a bit of an issue in week 1. You didn't have your strongest performance. You got swept. Week 2, you come back and you are really fighting like a top-tier team. Coming in to week 1, you're definitely one of the high-seed teams. Did that have an impact on your week 1 match at all, and why you really need to prove yourself here in week 2 more than anything else?
In all honesty, one of our players actually had their power go out, so we couldn't actually even play for week 1. But it kind of motivated all of us to really push for week 2 because we didn't want to go 0-2, and we're all really, I guess, we're confident in our skills, and we're pretty confident that I think we could even win this whole thing.
There's definitely
But
some... But
I'm definitely I'm happy with the results, you know.
hey, you have to take what you get here. And against the Wyfflepuffs, you guys really made sure your offense stood tall. You're definitely a more aggressive team compared to the Wyfflepuffs, who historically have been more defensive in nature. Diva, I had to learn how to pronounce that name mid-series, but Diva specifically kind of felt like a leader in that offense. So often in the Ascension Cup, good shooting really does rule everything. Diva's got a knack for hitting the net. Talk to me about the addition of Diva. Talk to me about what they've done to this roster. Talking about the the impact that this aggression allows this team to do, and what this aggression allows this team to do with space.
In all honesty, it's impressive. I really don't I'm not that much of an aggressive player. I more just kind of hand out the passes and let people shoot. And with him being that aggressive, it allows me to kind of play that role more. And it's impressive. I'll give him the ball and he'll just make something out of nothing. And in all honesty, I'm really glad we made this change in roster. I think even Ray is also really happy with it. I think we all have really good chemistry, and the playstyle kind of just works. Everything clicks, you know?
Yeah, but even so, every game here was a 1-goal difference. You guys did not exactly... The Wyfflepuffs did not exactly make this easy for you guys. And knowing that you guys are a team that wants to win this whole thing, you're going to have to win these close matches. You had to win 3 of them today. You did that. Talk to me about the close matches, what this team chemistry allows you guys to do, because in close matches, what really does win these matches, especially when they're close, is team chemistry.
100%. I mean, I think in all honesty, I think it was also mental. Us seeing the score, even starting some games with a rough start, knowing that we were capable to do better and pull it together and get the goals to take the lead. And in all honesty, they were really good opponents. I will give credit where credit is due. They had us at the beginning of almost every game, I think. But we just didn't let that phase us, and we just kept pushing for goals and trying to get the ball down the field and get it away from our net.
Well, you're able to get that done here, Blaze. So a 3-0 sweep. Optimal Sakura as their first win of the season. You said it. It's a important one as well after week 1. How bad a result that was for you guys, but you get your win here. You still got a good, plenty more matches to go through here for your roster. Next week you get to play against the Post Pounders Purple, which will be a fun matchup. That's a team that want to know through week 1, so that'll be a fun team to play against. But for now, you guys get your win. You get your. You're gonna be happy about that. Before you leave here, Blaze, do you have any shoutouts? Any last things you want to say?
Thanks for casting the game.
Of
It
course.
was fun. Also, props to the opponents. They were really good. I'd definitely be willing to play them again. And just thanks to whoever's watching.
Of course, and thank you so much for joining us here, Blaze. I know it's late. I know you guys had a very late schedule here, but you get your win here in week 2, a 3-0 sweep over the Wyfflepuffs. Congrats on your win. Thank you so much for joining, Blaze. Have a good night, and hopefully I'll see you again
All
soon.
right. You too, man. See ya.
That was Blaze joining us there, a 3-0 sweep for Optimal Sakura here in week 2. So, for the #1 overall team, I believe, again, by average rank, at this point, they have a pretty impressive showing so far. So, good on them here in this week to, again, do what they need to do to get some victories. But for now, that's it for this stream. Thank you so much for joining the Ascension Tournament Series main stream here. Again, while while we're in that second week of week 2, there's not much being played this week. Again, be on the lookout for more matches, for more announcements from the Ascent Tournament Series. We'll definitely be live as much as we can be this week, and of course, next week, definitely. For now, though, take care, have a good rest of your evening, and have a good night, everybody.